Hello YouTube, Logical Focus here with Scatterbrain Eclectic. Today I'll be installing the newer VirtualBox version 5.0.6. I use VirtualBox from time to time, especially now that I'm attending school and I'm preparing to take the Microsoft exam 70-410 for Windows Server 2012. With VirtualBox and enough memory on your system, you'll be able to recreate the entire lab environment with 3 servers without having to have 3 physical computers. VirtualBox is a Type 2 hypervisor, meaning it'll run on top of certain operating systems. In my case, I'm using Windows 10. It also runs on Mac OS X and Linux. To get VirtualBox, you go over to virtualbox.org, currently owned by Oracle. Go over to your Downloads tab. Here you'll see host versions that are available. I'm going to be getting the Windows host. In one download, it'll cover both the x86 and the x64 versions. In addition to this download, to get the add-ons, I'll be using the VirtualBox extension pack. The main thing when you get the extension pack is you want to make sure that the extension pack version matches the version of the executable that you'll be using for VirtualBox. We're going to go ahead and start the downloads and pause the video. Alright, the downloads have completed. And it would normally be at this time that you would use the SAH256 or the MD5 checksums to go ahead and check the downloads to ensure that they haven't been tampered with. Let's say that I've already done that. You'll also notice that once you've downloaded the installer and the extension pack, there are numbers that go beyond the version number. For example, 5.0.6. 10, 30, 37. You want to ensure that the entire number stream matches the extension pack and the installer. If your numbers deviate on the extension pack from the installer, the extension pack will not work. And that can become an issue sometimes when they release a newer version of VirtualBox. Sometimes the extension pack hasn't been updated. Another thing of note, when you're running the installer for VirtualBox, you will lose internet connectivity because it will have to disable your NIC card. For most users, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. However, be aware that when you are installing VirtualBox, you will lose internet connection. Also, if you have Steam installed and you have multiple computers in your home and you use Steam in-home streaming, you will have to disable the VirtualBox NIC for some systems in order for the in-home streaming to work. That is an issue that I've encountered. Other users have encountered the same issue. It's just something where Steam does not check all of the network interfaces. It checks the first one, and if it isn't able to find any other Steam clients, it just shuts off. I'm not going to insult your intelligence, so I'm just going to go ahead and install VirtualBox. I'm going to pause the video here. Again, the network warning. And we'll come back to it once VirtualBox is finished installing, and I'll show you how to install the extension pack. And VirtualBox is finished installing. As you can see, I'm currently running 5.0.6 R 103037. Now we're going to go ahead and close VirtualBox. You'll notice that the extension is now a green cube versus a white paper because VirtualBox has properly associated that extension with the program. And the easiest way to install the extension is just go ahead and double click on that cube. It'll open up VirtualBox and say, hey, you're going to install this extension. To see what version of the extension you have installed, you can go ahead and go to File, Preferences, and Extensions, and here you'll be able to verify your version. Remove the extension pack if you so choose to do, and here you can also install new ones. You'll also be able to update your VirtualBox, how often you want it to check for updates, and so on and so forth. Again, I'm not going to insult your intelligence here. As you can see, I've already installed a few guest machines into my VirtualBox. And later on, I'll go over a few of them in little quick tips, if you will. Eventually building up to a video where I will be preparing a full 70-410 lab using a free evaluation operating system from Microsoft. So look forward to that video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. That way, when the new video drops, you'll be notified right away. In an upcoming video, I'll be sure to show you where you can get a free evaluation copies of Microsoft Server 2012 R2 so that you too can prepare for the 70-410 exam. I'm Logical Focus. This is Scatterbrain Eclectic, and have a great one.